they're going to be starting on the defense. I really hope that for them the mental is staying.
Yeah,
Everything comes down to this map number 3. But on the side of Fnatic, there are things that needs to be adapted, to say the least, because this is very readable from them. And especially when we are speaking about a DRX that has seen this comp multiple times, I wonder if we see the changes. And never mind.
Yeah, it's Fnatic. If anything, they will stick to their guns. They will stay consistent. And they're hedging their life in the upper bracket to this. Remember, loser of this game goes down to play G2 in the first round. The loser of this, or G2, will be the first team eliminated from Champions Paris. That is a tough opponent to face in the first round. So I think for both squads who had such great hopes after excellent group stages, this is a ton of pressure going into a map number 3.
Yeah, but then don't forget, the winner's got to face Paper X. So, you know.
I mean, you got to beat everyone if you want, you want to be a champion.
You got to beat the man in order to be the man.
You have a second map, and then the bracket flips.
Very true, very true.
So that's what you're aiming for.
Yeah.
I think Unsung Heroes for me, Crashies. I think his utility is always on point, and to me, is 1000% a game changer on the side of Fnatic. If Crashies turns up, this should be a win for them.
Whichever team wins this map, they're going to do it their way. Fnatic playing the same way they have for literally years with this comp that they have stuck to through it all, versus a DRX who is the team setting the meta right now, setting the precedent. They were the first squad to really bring this Mosquito comp, this Waylay, to the highest level, to the best success here at Champions. So what a cool clash of ideas, of styles to end this series that I think most people would not have expected to go all the way after map 1.
We need to see the confidence back. What happened on that second half on Haven, Kayak, Alpha, bring it back.
Yeah, they got to find it here and now. Let's find out who's going to lock in their spot in the next round of playoffs and send it over to Pansy and Hypoc for the call.
I love hearing from GB. He's such a little cutie, isn't he? But he's right. We do need to find out who is locking that place deeper into this playoffs run. And honestly, there's no easy opponents for either of these teams. Win or lose, it's a pretty tough next opponent.
Pick your poison, basically. And that's if you can basically close out a series that's been so back and forth. Again, roll your minds back to Haven, but also, yeah, you're absolutely right in terms of the history between these two names in Valorant. And we come to Lotus, something we only saw a handful of times in Stage 2 for Fnatic. No surprises in terms of the composition, but certainly a chance here for DRX to potentially cause some issues.
It's been those defensive rounds, man. People have been struggling, at least in this series, but already Boaster got to be cautious. Yeah, he's been dealt with so easily. He's trying to play out by that wall on rubble. Hyunmin gonna isolate, back away, no threats found.
Fnatic quick to try and explore outside B here, but freeing. He started to heat up towards the end of Ascent for sure.
Yeah, he was nasty. Commanding a lot of presence on map 2. Bane there, going to take that as his go signal, and Crashies. I know, I get it. You really wanted that kill towards CT, but brother, you got to turn around at some point. Throw on last one alive, 18 HP. DRX. I mean, I wanted some defensive rounds there. Well, quite good. That's quite a good one.
This is a good indicator, potentially, of things to come.
Again, if you're thinking about like prepping for this, as much as Fnatic have kind of stuck with this, DRX can prep to their heart's content. This is nothing new. No quirky comps, no Alpha on a Sage, no anything weird. It's just your cookie cutter bread and butter. And he's just caught in a rock and a hard place. There's not much to do, really, isn't that
I think as well, again, similar to what we said for Haven as well. Fnatic have, again, started composition, I think 13 times we've seen it this year in general, but again, haven't necessarily had a free ride.
Nope.
Certainly in comparison to, again, the history for them on Lotus. So you're right, a lot of tape, and requires a lot of work to really bring something new to the table when you stick to a comp as much as they have.
That's what I'm looking for, is any sort of innovation, even in this more standardized look. It's so comfy for DRX. I think the wall's even still up as it stands, so who fancies a go? Alpha, okay, costs him a lot of his HP for that.
Him and Crashies now. Down just a stiff freeze.
Oh!
We'll blow them over. There's 31 HP left for Crashies.
Oh,
Only
they're
a
going
classic.
hunting. Gonna stand your ground at some point, right? Yeah. You can hear a whole lot of steps just to your left. It doesn't feel good, but that's certainly going to do things for the confidence at least. Take down Flashback, but for him, he's happy either way.
Again, a lot of stingers for DRX here. Yeah, well invested for sure, but Fnatic, yeah, Fnatic will have for sure an advantage. I think just rounding out, I can see a Judge and a Bulldog.
I wouldn't mind seeing that same similar-ish start over towards A with that kind of quick approach from Hyunmin, but again, he's got the Bulldog, so you're probably not going to be the one doing that. We'll see. See how this works out. Boaster last time did get caught as he was the one trying to play forward.
And quickly, we'll pivot back towards B.
Oh, no,
Oh, no, he's not been spotted!
Had no idea, but there was no escape in the end. But look at the HP. What the hell?
How was he still alive?
Don't know. He's got plot armor somehow. It's the monitor.
Yeah.
Got to get that right. Here we go. I mean, it did you good there. Somehow you were able to live through what felt like a barrage of bullets.
Where did the Prowler go?
It was on a mission elsewhere.
That'll clear sight for you.
Clear close, don't worry. 50 seconds now. Look, I may as well ignore the timer when it's Fnatic.
Well, yeah,
Till it's
exactly,
10.
yeah. They do execute the same way at the start of a round as they do at the end. A chance here to maybe isolate Marco. The spike is headed that way, but Fnatic still able to command some presence, but the confirmation here on the back of Hyunmin will probably set things in motion.
Marco.
Oh, he's oh my god!
These Prowlers are on DRX's side. He almost got a follow-up there. Like, Crash is down on, what, 50 HP? Oh. Hyunmin still has that Bulldog, so I don't think this is completely out of the realms of reality. Horn back up right about now.
He's heard the reposition as well.
That's kind of big, right?
Yeah, he's walking on the angle. Crashies will punish, but Hyunmin's still here.
This isn't bad. Okay, Crashies, really big round from him.
Redeemed
Prowlers,
himself,
less so.
yeah.
I don't think I can even blame him on half of those.
No.
But
Certainly redeemed himself in that round. Just that split second before it can take effect. Again, the second one, Chronicle, sticking his barrel right over the top of Marco's head.
also, did just know that little shake of the head from Crash. He's like, guys, relax. Marco having to do this without armor?
Yeah, and a round 4 operator in hand for Flashback.
And look who's just standing guard. How long does he stay here? Just post a shot and peels off the line.
I don't know, Fnatic at least will have safe passage out towards the orb. Will be retrieved.
Yeah, investing in Crashies, get that ult ready to go.
Expecting Flashback to put one in the smoke here.
Yeah.
And Fnatic will freeze. Meanwhile, exploration outside B here for DRX. Maybe here wants to deal with the turret, but the timing's going to be pretty good for Fnatic. Oh.
He wasn't wrong. And Bane, oh, he can't make it out. Look at the combination of the utility that facilitated that kill. There wasn't much escaping as Flash gets pushed back. And just the Tootsie's on show.
Wow.
Some of these shots very close.
Very, very close. Kayak will be allowed to remain here at the top of the rope. DRX look as if they're backing away from this already.
Not ready yet.
Well, just hold on to the operator. Maybe come back in with armor on the back of Marco.
Would be nice. I mean, we were talking about kind of how they were, I don't want to say over-purchasing on Haven, but their buys were a little bit shaky at times. So I don't mind them being a little bit more reserved with how they want to do this.
I mean, the benefit being Flashback's pretty close to his ult. Hyunmin as well. This will be Fnatic tying things up. Again, themselves, it's only really Crashies that the top of this ult cycle very early on as well.
Their heart rate just
Again,
went
4
up.
will remain for DRX. Well, that's an indicator now. You see the pings coming out. I think Fnatic are feeling as if they've got a little bit of freedom, but they're going to switch things around once more on the side of DRX, and it'll be Hyunmin potentially to go aggressive. Again, previously with the Bulldogs, so not something you want to see him committing towards a
Cover going out.
an aggressive engagement. Prowler will catch this time.
Yeah.
Stealing sight.
Checked on early. Check back in about 50 seconds.
Yep, Alpha. Waiting for something on the back of the turret, but
Shadows trapped.
actually now, Fnatic looking to make inroads towards B, at least outside B.
Maybe with a little pivot. I quite like this clear mound. When you've gone for that 3-play presence towards A, this does give you freedom, right? And now if Fnatic are reading this well, they could be onto something here, but Flashback does have that operator. Has the TP out as well.
Freeing spotted as well.
Oh, this could be big for Flashback though. All has to be tripped. Where is the end goal for Fnatic? It feels like it's C, right?
Kayak will retrieve the orb. Again, with Marco playing so deep here. Surprised not to see an extra body from DRX committed.
Yeah, it felt like they were trying to like test him. Were they actually going to think on this? Oh! What a snap from Freeing! I thought he was out of it on the first. The TP's in though, so that's another body on the side. You're getting blended down.
Spike down.
It's a brutal fight for that C control. Tap on. Testing out if that spam was going to come in for the second time of asking. It is. But the plant's now in place. Chronicle up in the corner. Something against that in the end. Maybe he's searching towards CT. Bane, the timing on this would be wild. And it's gut-wrenching for Bane there. Chronicle's just striding around the site. It's actually Alpha. Still standing here. Human's HP is so low. And Post, I've got to say, is really good at holding post plants on C. So you're probably not going to see much more play here. Fnatic working the map this time. And it did feel a bit curious that DRX didn't put an extra body.
Yeah, like
C
you said,
earlier.
with Marco's ears, and when Freeing is spotted, you almost anticipate him rotating, maybe because the Vice Wall's placed differently here. They're just very conscious of Alpha maybe having space to play into.
Yeah.
Certainly felt like DRX had a good read in terms of the lay of the land here. Again, Freeing probably wanted a little more from that first peak, but
Once they're scaled up that deep,
Yeah,
the utility is just too much,
the
right?
consolation of finding one, but it's so late in the day.
Yep.
And again, Operator pressured so deep, and then Freeing's almost committed towards the pillar. You'd have a chance. I mean, had 2 or 3 shots at finding kills.
First time we've seen DRX explore this with bodies behind it. We've been having those kind of 2-3 player starts towards A. Catch on the Prowler puts Marco in a predicament, is going to get out of there. We're back towards site. And they've left C completely out of presence at all.
I think they probably thought we've shown enough presence here to, A, confirm absence from Fnatic, but you can see already, Kayak and Alpha are re-clearing back that direction.
And that's something key with Fnatic. They'll always clear a question mark. They give themselves the time to do so. They'll refight for space happily. Something we saw even in EMEA playoffs kind of get exploited. Teams waiting for that and then punish their re-clear tendencies. Now, as it stands, they've been given the absolute keys to the castle. This could have gone better for them. Aside from the fact they lost crashes on A. But look at this plant. Then look at the positions towards CT. DRX have to be aware there's a chance.
They've got to consider this.
Just the timing alone, but Kayak clean on the kill. Taking away Bane. They can pop down a turret, fall back towards site. Damage looking done. Trying to crunch on in though. Flashback investing the ult.
Don't have a paranoia to post off this either. Not much in the form of utility to follow up. Just commit towards the kill.
I didn't like that. Felt desperate, but Human's willing to put his body on the line. But Fnatic welcome it. They greet it with open arms. DRX feeling like they misplayed that a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. Again, you could see Bane finally considering deep presence towards CT, but Fnatic had done the hard work at that point. Equalize the odds in terms of the head count, but able to find a fourth here. Send DRX back to the Stone Age in terms of this purchase.
Yeah,
But Stingers,
screwed.
yeah, Stingers, a couple of Sheriffs. A scope for Marco. Well, supposed to have got caught on somebody there. Lucky because he actually pinged on the reveal.
Oh! All right, nasty little shot. We're trying to stick around this, but again, it's only with Stingers, so you're kind of hoping there's a misstep somewhere.
Alpha.
He ain't making any mistakes, Alpha. So locked in mechanically today. As I said, from that second half of Haven onwards, he's been solid. I mean, maybe not as impactful on Ascent, but hard to implement.
Like I said, yeah, I mean, even though he was in the trenches in terms of being isolated and still managed to go blow for blow in terms of his KD. Freeing. Wow. Could say a chance to find a 1-for-1 potentially, but Boaster removes any threat.
Ooh, Bane. No more of that, though. Good min. Gonna need a
planted.
4K here. And you're looking at Alpha's position. There's no escape.
No,
Slow and steady.
I thought he was going for the knife there.
You and me both. Oh.
Well,
Alpha.
he's been
Alpha.
listening to me cast today.
Alpha. Oh.
Well, that needs sharpening a little bit.
Terrible death to a dull blade, isn't it? But the shorty will do the job in the end. But at this point, that's probably not the best sign if you're a DRX fan that you are getting knifed.
There's somebody's,
Ish.
well,
That's probably tick
I mean,
related.
it looked a lot worse on the replay, to be honest.
Nah.
I don't know, bro.
Milan is just like,
Win the round.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, have a little fun, but not too much.
Yeah.
We'll have fun. Focus. Okay, time out for DRX. Now, the scoreline doesn't look too bad, but let's put it in context for you guys playing at home. It was the first two for DRX. And then since that third, it's been pretty good from Fnatic. Map control's been solid, diligent, varied as well. It's not been that one-dimensional approach that we've seen in other maps that have been their cornerstone. This looks like the well-rounded Fnatic that isn't flashy, it isn't quirky necessarily. It's just good Val from them.
Yeah. I mean, the positive being you've seen DRX commit a little more to these defensive executions in terms of sending a player forwards. But unfortunately, the issue now is Fnatic have dealt with it a few times. I mean, even in the previous, doing a ton of work to pressure outside C and then quickly collapse into a stack around A.
I'm trying to think of the team that anti-Fnatic so well on this. I think it was BBL. Of all teams, I really think it was BBL who
Yeah, I
did
think you're right,
wonders against them here. Understanding how Fnatic approaches, I'd like to see that. Yeah, it was. I'm pretty sure. Still, at this point, I'd love to see someone explore those options further.
Alongside that, it's, again, through stage 2, we didn't see it too many times for Fnatic, but they struggled.
Yeah.
In comparison to how they performed on Lotus historically.
It might have been Giant X, you know.
But Assault Cycle healthy on both sides, but Fnatic with slight advantage. Hit, lockdown, showstopper, and the TP.
Got quite a lot. Oh, flashback, easy. Careful not to get caught in no man's land. We've seen how well-rounded these side takes are. It's very hard to find safety. Try and play ahead of it a little bit. TP to clear. There's nothing toward deeper A lobby, but with that in mind, you can see them turning attention and having a glance back.
And we'll get the spot on the TP as well. Bane ready to set things in motion.
One catch does get the rest as well.
We'll catch everything outside C here. So Marco.
He's got to hear this though, right? Has he heard some of these steps? He was close. He's going to certainly know this now. Door gets open at the same time as we're seeing that kind of pawn get thrown in, 13 seconds, Fnatic. The word melons comes to mind, but we wait and see. 9 seconds now, getting close here. Marco tries to make a stand. Takes a rocket to put him down on the plant just in time now. 1 second to spare as we're in the post plant and the lockdown comes in.
Very deep lockdown as well. Will force DRX all the way out and pretty much instantly into a save scenario.
Viper's pick too. I didn't even see
Yeah.
that.
Another situation where DRX are forced to back away from an A retake very early on. Marco going to have 200 credits coming out of this. Don't think it's going to be a chance to get him a full purchase from anywhere, to be honest with you.
Yeah. I've got to say, for Fnatic in my mind here, nice usage of the ults as well. May feel like overkill to RI because obviously we can see what's going on.
Well, I mean,
but
yeah,
to secure that site that late, you kind of needed it.
absolutely. But also at face value here, you invest, you don't know DRX are immediately going to save.
Because they did have Human's ult as well. There could have been that springboard. The chipmunks. But yeah, Kayak killing Marco basically got them security for the plant. Without that, there was still a layer of threat. Because it's still Marco, right? We were seeing what he was doing on Ascent, right? Put him on the site, nasty with it. DRX still struggling for an answer. Marco is suffering down on the Guardian himself. He's not having the same level of impact at all.
Even looking at it now, you look at the investment for Fnatic, and then actually, yeah, DRX are only bringing in a Guardian into this where I guess alternatively, they wouldn't have had anything. But now still trailing by 4. Not necessarily out of the woods. Alpha shut down on a wild old swing.
There's balance to Alpha. Sometimes he gets a little too out of his cage. You got to kind of keep him back a little bit there. Disrespecting that much utility felt quite bold. Flashback. Trying to catch Poster on this, and that's a really good attempt. Gonna send him away on half HP.
Nearly connecting on the other side of the TP there. Still sending out a couple of warning shots. Fnatic now, not many options. Looking to try and re-clear towards Marco. Especially on the back of the ping here. And as we said, only a Guardian, but the timing is going to be beautiful for this Paranoia.
Into going into Marco. Gotta be careful to not get kind of duped by crashes, but actually Hyunmin, the position very well done from him. And kind of playing these slightly forward positions at this point, considering how late Fnatic plays, is really punishing for them. It's hard for Fnatic to be able to scale up properly. Hence why taking those refights is so important to this.
And this is where you have to credit the decision, even though it's in the previous round, I mean, to save these rifles, knowing that Fnatic have basically pushed all in terms of trying to break their economy. Able to punish here.
One enemy remaining.
Go.
You get some play.
And it to be a flawless round. But still, only their third on the half.
Could really do with a couple more. Really could do. Now, have they learned the correct lesson from this? Because it was gifted at the gates a little from Alpha. They did get that pick on the C site. You don't normally get that twice. An early display and show of presence towards A rubble. And they disconnect away. And a much pacier look towards punishing B here. Similar sort of Prowler. There's a quick rotate. As maybe trying to add the seed of doubt that there's a cross there.
I think with Flashback's position there, certainly going to read into the fact that most likely faked. I was going to say, if he didn't spam, but the flash is perfect from freeing to set that in motion.
Deadly little duo there. Getting him out of dodge. Alpha is going to be found. They have a decent read on this. 2 players put to just handling him, and 2 on the C side. 1 still left loose. Flashback.
He catches crashes.
Yeah,
Doesn't know about the spike just yet because it was blind through the smoke.
spot on. Does Alpha get them away forward? Hyunmin's shouldering this. And he's not going to take any chances. He's going to try and force Alpha forward, and Bane makes a fumble. That is going to cost them. That opens up a chance, be it small or not. You've got to be careful on that. Hyunmin now put into a corner, fights forward, takes away Kayak. Plants in, down to 2. Braun on the side trying to bound on up. It's Alpha to find him. Braun wants to go deeper. Spots out another. Marco now can be challenged down. Fnatic dividing and conquering, and then freeing finally stopping the rot. That felt like those two were about to unravel DRX, but freeing finally denying them. Woo.
Hasn't had much of a say in this half so far, but a crucial
Savior.
Yeah, clutch up here to find a fourth. Alpha just able to slip the net.
God, those two made something out of nothing though. Con and Alpha made me terrified. Freeing, thank God he was there.
Capitalizing on the flash as well. We'll see a Fnatic timeout coming out of this.
It's been a couple of rounds now, right? Well,
Yeah,
say
I mean,
a couple, literally two.
Literally two.
But enough that they want to put a timeout behind it. Why not?
I think probably just a chance to check in before the end of this half. Again, a few times people getting ahead of smokes and whatnot, punished for it. DRX certainly clawing their way back into this half. Again, it's going to be Crashy's the only one with an ultimate here. Beside DRX, it's freeing, but Flashback just one away. I do see the operator back in hand for him as well. Who's kind of, yeah, a few rounds actually. Flashback has been able to either find the first blood or control the space outside C.
Yeah,
really
that mound
effectively,
play.
yeah, setting something in motion elsewhere, whereas previously, mid to late round, you're seeing somebody glance into B and catching sight of freeing, but there not really being a plan in place to address that. And that's when, you know, Boaster or Alpha falling early outside A does become a bit of a concern.
Yeah.
We'll switch things around a little bit coming out of that for DRX.
Yeah, where's Flashback? Now, towards B this time. Okay. Could still help out, but it is a bit of a split start.
Well, I think certainly for Fnatic, the discussion has been around taking this space back because 3 players committed early. They're going to go forwards.
The standoff to start with, right? Clear the box, go through the motions. Maybe try and find if that operator is in play. Ooh. Unconfirmed, but accurate. Gonna clear this wall above a minute if they can. This time, no damage received from Boaster.
Again, freeing, already poised with the ultimate.
Timing on that. But you've got to be patient with Fnatic. You never know if it's quite the full in or if it is a fake. But now we can see it. It looks like it's building up to a full sight take here. Oh no, and Free's gone down. That was the ult gone. This should be the go signal. Green light. Maybe not. Bane.
Down, C.
Stop Crashies, which does remove a little bit of that info game they could have played. Does need to outstay his welcome, can fall off this and wait for the cavalry to arrive.
Certainly no, brings it to a 4v4.
Oh, they're so paranoid about there being a lurk.
Hitting the brakes.
We'll wait things out now. Again, utility going to be pretty comfortable for DRX here in terms of the retake. The cycle, the operator across to Marco. See a glance back towards B and now set their sights towards Fnatic.
Clearing side itself. They're still back to try and get rid of him. Water, playing in the smokes. But Fnatic are good at this. Boaster is good at this post-plant. Flashback, probably the one to get the challenge. He's got it, and he wins it. Boaster already going to find Bane, though. That's a player on the spike itself. Hyunmin now tries his hand at his luck. Not working out. It's out for a Boaster. I told you. Put that boy in this position. He'll give you the round. Fnatic now starting to get themselves back on track, up to 7.
And it's only really, freeing spammed out here. You can see it immediately, the awareness there for Fnatic, right, go. The most we're walking into is 1 or 2, considering how DRX have played the last 3 or 4 rounds. Beautiful read of the game. And a wonky purchase in round 12. Stinger for freeing. Bulldog and a Guardian here as well. We do have Flashback's ult now. Side of Fnatic still got Crashies in the back pocket.
I'll handle this.
Clear on B. DRX at about the 1 minute 10. Oh, what is this? Oh my god. What the hell is going on? Mike, this is an absolute mess. There's just a brawl in spawn.
Yeah.
It's a 1-for-1 trade out somehow. The ult on top from Freeing?
I mean, but it's so shallow that it's so easy to avoid by two, potentially 3 players, and Kayak will punish Freeing as well to try and get some information back in their favor. Yeah, very bizarre to see.
I don't know if there was just a layer missing to that plan. That's meant to come from maybe B pushing up at the same time. Catch
Well,
him
they
on
did
that
find
back
a
pedal.
kill outside B, but...
Yeah,
30 seconds left.
very odd. Arms wide open here for Crashies.
Face your fear!
And an attempt made by Flashback, but this round looks like it was kind of chalked. I don't know what the game plan was, but Fnatic played it much better than expected, or handled it better than expected, as Hyunmin makes a individual attempt. Now just Marco with a 1v4, taking the wind out of maybe DRX's sails after what was a good turn of events for them. Getting up to 4 rounds, could have been 5. It certainly won't be now. 4 to 8. Fnatic showing a lot of diligence here on this map.
Certainly look as if they've got themselves a good read on how DRX are approaching the series now. Yeah, just very strange to see this sort of gamble in the final round of the first half.
Diving back into this second half here in the third map, we will be checking in on that Coinbase Econ report in just a second. To catch you up to speed on what's been happening in the first, though, it has been quite one-sided.
Yeah.
Fnatic up on 8, DRX held on 4. There was a couple of rounds back-to-back, quick timeout called, and it was back to business for Fnatic.
Absolutely, as we do get a chance to look in here. No surprise to see the Fnatic players out in front in this regard, but Alpha, yeah, really the one that we've certainly had our eyes on, considering the way this series started for him.
Yeah, true.
It's good to see him with a smile on his face now.
Does look very different, doesn't it? Now, I do want to bring into context, though, DRX are about to go on to, what, the attacking side, right? So, I'd give it a little bit more focus here. The comp has worked so far. I like this comp. How do you feel about it? How do you haven't checked back in?
I mean, I'd love to see Waylay get more playtime now. It's certainly refreshing in terms of some of the go-to comps we've seen across the map pool, especially this current map pool as well.
Absolutely.
But I got to say, DRX kind of feel like they're half in, half out. In terms of this series, what we've seen in Paris so far, I was so impressed with DRX.
Same. Absolutely same.
I haven't seen them maintain.
I feel like we've seen it only in halves. That's it. We've seen it in halves on both maps, pretty much. Let's see now. We dive in. Sheriffs are out for Kayak and Alpha. On the other side, Ghosts and Classics. DRX on that attack now.
Yeah, it's certainly going to be praying.
Here.
They'll get this pistol on the board here. Smoke will drop. Reveal goes in. It is dealt with. So I'm getting any confirmation of numbers, but certainly presence.
A little ratty corner. Does get so much play. Oh! I need it from his POV. Prius, if you don't mind. Now, at this point, though, it was a gamble stack, right? Fnatic put a lot of players behind this now. Obviously, maybe it's prep-based, but still, it's worked well to get that first. But they've continued their effort they haven't stopped.
No.
They've carried on walking all the way through spawn. And if you're DRX, you might have a slight idea, but it ain't anytime soon. Gonna try and take side control, but Marco, when that penny dropped, Alpha, how are you clearing that?
Still holding that, by the way. As that Flashback's in such a good position to backstab.
Oh, Alpha. I'd love to have seen one of these, but
30 seconds left.
Hyunmin and Marco trying to recover what feels like a ill-fated round now.
Spike planted.
Does he get another? Oh, he certainly went for it, and he left him in a very vulnerable position.
Damage is done. 20 HP for Marco, 45 for Hyunmin. A 3v2 here in favor of Fnatic.
Shadows traveling.
Still got the paranoia to work with as well.
Imagine you make something out of it. You're hoping for mistakes, right?
Blindings.
It's a weird choice, but they've still got the additional body to put on the line here. If you started, who goes first? Marco tries to draw the eyes. Chronicle does find him, and Kayak closes down the account on towards Hyunmin. But this round was started and basically ended by the man on the screen.
I just can't believe he's still holding on to that. The fact that Fnatic push all the way through.
Destroyed.
So good.
Beautiful shot. Again, Flashback, I think he just assumes he has a load of space.
That damn smile.
Another pistol delivered basically by Alpha in this series, who's been just phenomenal.
Do remember Haven? He was the one who got it started on that second half as well. Oh! That's a brutal little lineup at the start. Sees as well. Won't get to live, but holding the cavalry, and this is a Hail Mary of a weapon invested. They need something to go right. Quick rotations, they're believing in this fast. I mean, you got Alpha on the other side of the map. He's got two sites, it's all right.
Yeah, basically.
If we put 4 of us here, we might be able to equate to 1 Alpha.
This is the thing Fnatic love to do when he's playing the way he is.
It's a luxury, but it's one that they have, they can afford here. But Flashback has found a bit of space. But in the meantime, there's Bulldogs in hand. Chronicles here as well. Flashback tries to do a bit of damage. You're looking at freeing, but sadly, probably not the player you want to be up against.
Alpha, you can see just the moments consideration for it. Being desperate to find Alpha.
No! Don't you dare let him! Don't you dare let him! Put the knife away! Put the knife away!
Oh, it's brutal.
That's a mental boom right there.
Yeah, and it's that sort of thing that makes you think Fnatic feel as if they've got this one in the bag now.
Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, this is scary times. Odin's coming out too. It's like bonus plus Odin.
Yeah.
Pretty nice.
Which they're stacked up on the other side. They got spammed off this angle.
Here we go. Let's see how they walk away from this season's in. Good bit of chip, I believe. And Human trying to get closer, but he's taking a lot on the way for it. I think he's down to 51. In actuality, freeing as well, taking a lot of chip here.
I mean, they are lucky to not
Be
have
worse
taken
off.
more damage there.
Yeah,
Like I said in the previous round, it was only a Sheriff, but
oh, no,
close
it's
to
Alpha.
catching a headshot.
I get scared when they come towards Alpha. Rotation through B. Gonna be heard. How it can be stopped is another thing. Alpha pulls over the rest of the team. Hyunmin's already made it through, but he's taken all that damage earlier on.
Well, look at the rotation that they've pulled.
Again, maybe off that info of freeing.
Oh my God, they're not going to check him.
Hyunmin, this could be the saving grace.
Crash has checked it!
Crashies, how are you checking this? So heads up from him. And now they look a little lost in this. Freeing is doing work though. Trying to slow down rotations, cost them comfort. As Alpha clears this. 30 seconds, running late now. This Odin is going to be lethal. He's going to catch the clone rather than the players who are going to try and curtail right around towards Street. Get that spike down. Marco tries to get up close and personal, bring that Stinger to range. Flashback still holding on. Desperate to do some damage to give him a chance here.
An advantage here for Fnatic. 3v2, flashback only on a Guardian.
Does he feel brave enough to go around the world? I don't think he does. But Bane putting up a good performance now.
There.
They're gonna have to work to clear backside. Flashback committing to holding the cross. Looking unsure and hesitant. He gets his head removed. And now Flashback has to hit some big boy shots. And only one was never gonna be enough here. Kayak still alive, diffused on the cards. Fnatic closing in on 12.
Plenty of time left here. Oh, just caught a glimpse.
But that's crazy from him.
Like I said, even so, the fact that he's checking this.
Super diligent.
Yeah.
Let's go! The impact of that would have been maybe, at worst, a kill. At best, potentially two. And that backline pressure. Oh my god, the money.
It's just brutal as well. Map 3 of a series, a bonus conversion for Fnatic up to 11. It's just excruciating for DRX.
It does feel like pulling teeth almost with these guys right now. They can't get on the same page, it feels like. And everything they do is being countered, controlled, handled. Any of those like small percentile plays are not working. Flashback, what's the plan? Try and hold this with the judge. Pop flash. Ajax here, so's Alpha. It does nothing! Anytime you think you've got something on your side, this team will absolutely remind you nothing will go your way. It's a clear-cut case as Fnatic push up to 12. And DRX are left in the dirt.
Match point.
Left in absolute tatters. We'll have an operator to invest here, but Fnatic now feeling the rhythm that they've created themselves here on map 3. Well, actually, second guessing himself. Flashback will revert back to a rifle. But a flash in the pan here in the second half of Lotus. Could be all we get from DRX here.
Truly. I almost feel sad to see it capitulate like this after what's been a great first two maps back and forth the whole way. That pedigree kicking in for Fnatic, but not quite for DRX. Flashback. He's just been mangled trying to go through towards A.
Run and gun with an Odin from Boaster.
I told you, the stars just keep aligning for Fnatic. Everything they do is right.
Alpha playing much deeper on site here, just one off the lockdown, so a chance for him to get a huge tool online in terms of a potential retake here.
I'll find you.
Bane trying to plant the seed of doubt. Oh, actually, Kayak,
do
yeah.
Something. That will bring a player back. That costs them a little bit of presence, but
I mean, the tag was still there, freeing down to 10 HP.
30 seconds left.
game on the line now. Series point, 20 seconds. You got to make your play. And this is it. They're putting all the eggs in this basket, and it's all towards Alpha. Playing patient, but the stall's in, leaving him with those final seconds to try and stick this. Try and get that plant in. Great from Human. Digging deeper. Taking away Chronicle. Plant is in play, but they're losing out on the players as we speak. Human overwhelmed. Fnatic nearly there, but the turnaround. Bane, beautiful. Crashy's left in a 1v2. His game sense has been unreal. Can he find Freeing? Can he find Bane?
Doesn't look as if he has any idea where Freeing's repositioned to.
Clearing deep is costing him time.
Yeah.
He had to do it, had to go for it. Bold on the cross, but can he clear the site in time? Freeing played very well here, but he does go down. It's a 1v1. He spots Bane. Horn up in 3. 7 bullets. Crashies. The time is running low. You've got to make your move. The Horn gives away the game, and Bane just has to play his life. DRX clinging to theirs at 5-12. A desperate attempt. They will live to fight another round.
And it's really the kill onto Kayak that makes this possible. And Bane plays so late over towards the other side of the map. Again, it's drawing an extra man. That puts DRX in a position to find Only their 5th. And look at the buy coming out of it. Yeah, it's not as if that gifts them a way back into this map.
Now you got operators, Odins, ults against you. The odds are stacked. And Flashback is buried by Crashies. Red in the smoke. Freeing. How much can he give him this time? He's stalwart in that B approach, patience on display.
Dropping spike.
3 players on C site this time, Mike. The odds are not looking in their favor. As that shot does go astray as Kayak. Still going to be on duty. Not going to come in. Does he stay? No, he leaves. Making the right choice. Respect given, and only for a second. As Chronicle catching the cross, leaving just 2 breathing. Make it just 1, freeing the final man. Can he make a stand here? All goes for it. Why not? You've got to put it all on the line now. Paint Shell pushing him away. Prowler confirming presence. Crashies knows. He's surrounded on all fronts, Mike. I don't think there's a way out of this for him. There absolutely is not. Fnatic simply untouchable on this map.